Meet Frances and family. In a quiet neighborhood, a wooden fence stood as the gateway to an unexpected journey. One day, a small, timid cat had popped through a hole in that fence. She was hungry, lonely, and terrified of humans. This was Frances, a stray cat whose life was about to change forever. Chris, the homeowner, noticed Frances and knew he had to help the poor kitty. He started with the basics: food. Every day, he left out a bowl for her, hoping to earn her trust. Frances, weary but hungry, returned day after day. Slowly but surely, Chris transformed his backyard into a cozy sanctuary. The kitty even got her own cat house with a little sunroof. The caring human built a tiny kingdom just for sweet Frances. Months passed, and Frances began to warm up to Chris. It took 4 months of feeding her before she let him get close enough for a gentle pat on the head. Her trust was fragile. Always on edge, she fled at the slightest discomfort. Chris had no intention of bringing her inside, convinced she would always stay feral. But one evening, Frances showed up for dinner with blood on her ear. Concerned, Chris brought her inside, only to discover she was pregnant. Frances found a cozy spot in the basement, and soon, her belly began to move. Chris, who had never witnessed a cat birth before, was both nervous and excited. The mom-to-be, calm and confident, delivered 4 healthy kittens: Snoo, the only girl, and Donda, Epona, aka Bear, and Foxy. During labor, Frances allowed Chris to handle her babies, her first true sign of trust in him. The plan was to adopt the kittens out to good homes, but as they grew, it became clear that they were deeply bonded. Chris couldn't bear the thought of separating them, so he made a decision that would change his life forever. He kept them all. That's how his family of cats grew to 8, including his first cat Oliver, and 2 more kittens he later adopted, Rouge and Storm. Life with 8 cats can be chaotic, but it's also full of love. The house is filled with more cat furniture than human furniture, with cat beds, cat trees, and an abundance of cat toys scattered throughout. The kitty showed enthusiasm for sleeping on the top of the refrigerator, so once again, human things made way for the cat's comfort. The kitchen cabinets above the refrigerator were repurposed into a cozy cat perch. Mama Frances, once a feral cat, transformed into a loving and cuddly lap cat. She finds solace in Chris's arms, and he finds joy in watching her transformation. Frances's kittens grew into unique personalities. Snoo is a mirror image of her mother, both in looks and behavior.
Snoo, are you hungies?
Donda is a movie fan. He's also very gentle with tiny kittens and his siblings. Bear is a protective brother to his sister Snoo, and loves sleeping on his back and his human's lap. Foxy is the ultimate lap cat, always finding his way onto Chris's lap no matter how he is sitting. Frances and her kittens, who were no longer kittens themselves, warmly accepted the new additions to the family, the 2 sisters, Rouge and Storm. Donda was especially gentle with the newcomers, always ready to give them a bath or share his napping spots with the little ones. The kittens were meant to be foster babies, but they turned out to be foster fails.
I've always wanted a shoulder kitty. I swear, I didn't even like try to get her to be a shoulder kitty. She just like was about it.
They bond with each other, strong from day one, and with the other house cats was so heartwarming that Chris just couldn't say goodbye. All these kitties bring endless joy and warmth into their human's life. They play, nap, and eat together, forming an inseparable bond. Oliver, the original cat, treats the kittens as his own, watching over them with a protective eye. The family dynamic was beautiful to watch from the very first days, and Chris couldn't imagine his life any other way. As the seasons change, so does the family. Chris adopted a tripod dog named Freya, who quickly became a dear member of the crew. She tries her best to join the cats in their cat tree adventures, adding even more joy and laughter to the household. Chris often reflects on how Frances saved him just as much as he saved her. Taking care of her and her family fills his life with love. He can't believe how far they've come, from a timid stray to a family of 9, all living happily under one roof. This journey was never part of Chris's plans, but it turned out to be the best thing that ever happened to him. People often couldn't believe that Frances was once a feral cat. Chris, who witnessed her transformation firsthand, is convinced it was the most beautiful thing he has ever seen.
Come on? No? All right.
In the end, it isn't just about the cats and the dog. It's about the love, trust, and bond they share. Chris's home became a safe haven for all these furry babies, ultimately changing his life and saving him too. That's how a simple act of kindness in a quiet neighborhood can blossom into a tale of family and endless love.